mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Your mom and dad.
Well, welcome home, family. It's your mom and dad. It's your mother and father. Mm-hmm. And family, I am here to tell you that it's finally happened. After years of recapping Bachelor Nation and all the things that we have said, The Bachelor has finally cursed me.
Oh.
I've been cursed, and it's the Golden Bachelor that has finally cursed me. It's the Golden Curse, and let me tell you why. Okay, let me regale you all with a tale.
Whoa.
Sit by the fire, family, and Mama's going to tell you a story. Is that the fire? It sounds a little more like a cute, like gremlin. Like a little sprite.
And then, you know when you're at a fire and it goes, and a little piece of wood comes off, and then it's like a boiling piece of wood in the sky that's like descending on you. You're like, God. That's what happened there. So continue.
Okay. Getting back to my golden curse.
Sorry. We regaled.
Yeah, let your mother regale you. So a week ago, we recorded the premiere episode of The Golden Bachelor. And mere minutes after we finished recording the episode, I had to go to an appointment. Your dear father said that he would drive me because, keratoconus size, so couldn't drive. So he's like, hey, I'm going to drive you across town to the appointment. Well, we're about to hop into my car. Car doesn't work. It won't start. And our other car's in the shop. So then we're like, okay, dang it. Yeah. So I just say, you know what? I'll just take an Uber. Our car, it's not working. Evan, you can go get our car fixed. I'll go and go across town to this appointment. Yeah. In the Uber drive there, I spill my hot chocolate.
Yes.
Okay, which because I don't drink coffee anymore, I drink hot chocolate.
Yes.
I spill my hot chocolate all over my shirt and myself and onto the Uber's car, which they charge for.
Which they appreciate.
Understandably so, because I've now ruined this gentleman the back of his car. Yes. So there's hot chocolate everywhere, okay? I get to the appointment that's across town, like an hour and 15 of traffic. And once I walk in, they say, hey, just FYI, you didn't get our email that told you that we changed it to a different time the next day, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't get this email.
Yes.
So now I'm here and they won't take me.
Yes.
And then I Uber back home in my hot chocolate shirt. And I eat a delicious dinner, and something about that dinner possibly poisoned me because I was up all night with serious diarrhea.
Regalia.
With regalia.
Body regalia.
Serious regalia. And the rest of the week continued as such. Okay. Can you concur, my husband?
It has not gone well for you.
It's just been
It has been pretty consistent daily fallouts. Now, I don't know if at this point, when you have 3 or 4 days like that in a row, that at some point you just then pick up where the curse left. You know what I mean? Where you almost just keep it going. Being you know what? It's just
so you're going to blame me for, saying my energy is continuing the curse.
No, what I'm saying is is it the curse? Do curses always hit every day? Or is it one of those things where it gets the ball rolling? And then it's just then life picks up with it and goes, oh, we're going to make it worse for you. You know what I'm saying? I am being continually
cursed by the Golden Bachelor. This is in my life now.
Oh, this is your life now?
This is my life now. Okay. So the week continues. Evan's totally fine. The curse has not affected Evan.
Yeah, fortunately, just like sickness in our house, I somehow seem to always dodge it.
I have the Golden Curse. You know what I'm saying? Dropping the phone on my face. My nose starts bleeding. I've never had a nosebleed before, okay? Just breaking shit. Nothing where I'm oh no, my life's terrible.
No, but just enough to really make your day shitty.
Where I'm what's going on? Okay. Right. And we came to the ultimate crescendo when last night I was wearing a pair of heels and I was walking up the driveway back to our house because we have a little slanty uphill driveway. Yeah. In my heels, apparently the doctors told me that I have more brittle bones, and I feel like I can feel Mel Owens laughing at me, being like,
Bird
I don't
bones.
want any of the artificial hips and the other.
Yeah.
I want you. But here I am
Crow bones.
with my keratoconus eyes and my brittle bone ankles in my heels, heel twists, hear the snap last night, and here I am. And I apologize if you see the bottom of my foot that's dirty, but I'm pretty sure I might have broken my
If you're
ankle.
watching this, we have a ice pack wrapped in a ankle brace, busted ankle. We have yet to figure out what is exactly going on, but heavy limp.
Because I can't stand on it right now.
Right.
Like, it's just not really happening, and the pain is severe.
Yeah.
But for me, what's more important is our family and recapping this, and I'm going to go get x-rays after. And this is to show that I will not bow down to the golden curse.
Oh, you're fighting it.
I'm going to fight. I'm continuing. I'm not going to stop. And here's the tea, everybody, okay? I'm going to say this because Mel Owens is a lawyer.
Yeah.
But I feel like allegedly Mel Owens has put a curse on me because I was talking a lot of smack. You know, I've been talking a lot of smack.
Well, that's what I was getting to is like, who cursed you? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's Mel.
Oh, okay. So,
allegedly.
well, we just saw that.
Allegedly.
We did just watch that movie, Weapons.
Yeah.
You know, the scary movie with like the witch lady. Now, I wonder if Mel's like in his basement.
Allegedly.
I wonder if Mel is allegedly in his basement doing that thing with the snapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there could be some. You know what I mean?
Oh, is that a spoiler for Weapons?
I don't know. I mean, it's a big movie, so.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, there could be something connected. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is that.
You just might have spoiled.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Well, I didn't spoil it.
It's still a great movie. You should watch it.
It's like I spoiled halfway through.
If you like scary movies.
What I'm trying to say is that, okay, so what you're saying is that Mel is allegedly possibly responsible for this.
I think,
and that he's kind of going, you know what I mean? I don't appreciate what you said about me.
I think allegedly Mel
We're
is
gonna
like,
make your month
I've got,
suck.
you know, a doll that I'm putting little pins in, and she's going to give me a hard time about liking younger women. So I'm going to be like, look at those brittle bones, neat leg snap.
He's like, you like crows so much, become one.
Become one with your brittle bones. And then also, you know, hey, you're going to miss your keratoconus appointment, your eyes. I'm talking about aging. Do you know what I'm saying? It just is feeling very like it's feeling like it goes. It's a.
So for now on, you're going to be very appreciative of him and be very just everything he does. You're going to love.
I'm just letting you know that I'm not backing down from this even with this alleged curse. Now, there is a chance that the curse could be coming from something / someone else.
Oh,
because last week, after watching the episode,
yes,
in honor of Teri and her puppet, I believe her name is Carly. Apologies.
The puppet.
The puppet.
I don't remember the
In
name.
honor of Teri's puppet, I purchased this.
Yes.
Now, if you're not watching on the YouTube,
Now I'm cursed. So you've been cursed by some sort of, magic. I'm just being cursed now in real time by a physical object that lives with us.
I have made a purchase.
This is my hell. I'll take a curse over this. Break both my ankles before this comes out one more time in our house.
I made a purchase. It is a puppet. I've named him Carl. And
this is the curse of celibacy.
And
that's what this is.
how dare you come for people who enjoy puppetry and marionettes and such? This is Carl, and he was purchased by me about a week ago.
Yeah. Oh, so we're
in honor of Teri. And so what I'm thinking is it's either Mel Owens has allegedly cursed me or this puppet is haunted and cursed. And Carl, who now that I look at him does look like a man I would have a problem with Carl.
Incredible hairline.
Incredible hairline. But the shirt, the vibe, probably wouldn't love Carl IRL. So perhaps Carl.
Oh my gosh, you're actually really good at that.
Carl?
Yeah,
Is it you?
I have a quick comment to make about just kind of this in general. But we should probably take a quick pause here.
Let's go back to Carl in a second because I do want to address Teri and her puppet.
Yeah.
And Carl will be present for that.
Yes, agreed.
And hopefully
he doesn't have any opinions that are...
Are you talking about me?
Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and... Let's take a quick pause. If you are like me, maybe you turn to reality TV to de-stress. But if you're also like me, this season of The Golden Bachelor is actually stressing you out because you can't stop thinking about Mel's podcast interview and you just want these golden gals to be happy, right? So I'm extra looking to find my calm, find my relaxation. Well, luckily for me, I found Minnesota Nice. Minnesota Nice is a trusted source for natural plant medicines, especially Amanita muscaria, helping people find calm and healing. And in recent days, it has absolutely helped me with that relaxation and finding my calm, okay, and that relief. And let me tell you, Minnesota Nice offers high quality products at accessible prices. In fact, they're actually the largest U.S. importer of Amanita muscaria for several years running, trusted by over 30,000 happy customers and recognized as the best Amanita vendor in the country. And Minnesota Nice is about education, not just sales, offering dosing guides, which check those out. Those are super important and love that they do that. And a community where users can share their journeys. They also donate to the Fungi Foundation and they head up research initiatives. And their global network of over 40 trusted distributors ensures ethical sourcing, working directly with families worldwide who earn several times more harvesting for them than they would in traditional jobs, supporting sustainable practices and local communities, which is amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. So Minnesota Nice was founded by Christian Rasmussen, who used Amanita muscaria to overcome benzo withdrawal, which ultimately ended up inspiring the company's mission. And listen, these plants and fungi are not magic bullets. Recovery requires a broader matrix of support, but they're a valuable tool to help with relaxation and healing. I've loved their Amanita for finding that calm, but they also actually have much more than just Amanita. I really love the Blue Lotus in the tea form. They also have it in gummy form too, which is awesome. I've personally felt like it's helped me find some peace, a sense of calm. It also enhances dreams, which is incredible.
It's very cool. And I love their reishi for sleep too. It's amazing. Like I said, everything is ethically sourced, tested for quality. And again, they make education a big part of their mission. So if you're interested, I would definitely recommend checking out the informational content on their website to see what amount or type would best suit you, etc. Minnesota Nice wants to help you find your calm. Go to www.mnniceethno.com/mom-and-dad and use code MOM-AND-DAD22 for 22% off your first order. That's www.mnniceethno.com/mom-and-dad, code MOM-AND-DAD22. Much love.
That's great.
So anyway, back to Carl the puppet and my broken ankle, which, you know what? The more I think about it, I do think it's the cursed puppet.
Okay.
You know what, Mel? I'm not sorry for my opinions,
right.
But, you know, maybe you have, it's not a golden curse. We'll
Maybe.
see.
Okay.
We'll see. Maybe. What to do with you, Carl?
He has
anyway,
golden hair.
He does have golden hair. What were you saying about puppets?
No, I feel like we're just, you know, to bring it back to the show itself a little bit, I do feel like it's like she kind of told people about this thing she did.
Yeah.
Kind of fun little quirky thing. And now it's become her bit.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of like you're stuck with it now.
Uh-huh.
And you're kind of a character now. Mm-hmm. And it's like, he's not, like, you're not going to overcome that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit like, let's be honest.
Uh-huh.
He's not going to find, like, just like now, he's not going to find that, like, incredibly great.
Okay, first of all, how very dare you?
Unless he's just like a massive fan of like marionette work and like he's just a big puppet head. Like, I just in general think it's going to play against you.
Like
does that make sense?
Said, Mel does not scream.
It's like if you were to come on the show and be like the impression person.
Yeah.
It's kind of like at that point, you're just the impression person and like you're not, it doesn't feel like you're taking it as seriously. Like what I'm trying to say is that you and the person would have to overcome the puppet.
Yeah. You overcome the puppet together.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not sensual. It's not bringing two people together. It's one thing if he had a puppet history. But if you know what I mean? If at some point their thing is not like, it's not bringing Teri into the fold.
Well, as far
and we
as Mel
obviously
goes,
see later on that's the case.
The puppet looks like she could be in her early 30s, and
Now,
maybe Mel's down for a threesome with Teri and her 35-year-old puppet.
That's like the soft threesome.
That's how you start.
That's how you start. Like if you're like, hey, I'm not down for a threesome, but
what about this puppet?
That's the way.
Evan,
no.
I brought Carl here today.
No, I'm not interested.
A threesome. Here's my thing, because I love that she is a puppeteer. I love someone that has an interesting, unique hobby.
Sure.
I live for it, but I do believe, I agree with you, nothing about Mel screams puppet at all.
Yeah, it screams run.
Unless she would have made it weirdly physical.
Yeah.
And so I believe, I want
like
justice.
If they kiss for the first time during like a thing and all of a sudden like it just comes up the side and it starts joining in. Yeah, like
but
that would be insane.
I think that they really like justice for Teri, because truly I think they screwed Teri over.
Yeah, they took it and ran with it. They're like, you're the puppet lady now until you're gone.
They encouraged her to do it at every turn. Yeah. At every turn, Nicole's like, come on, do it more with the rose.
Exactly.
And the producers are like, do it more. And during the roast, they're like, bring the puppet up.
If I wanted to get rid of her and I was one of the ladies, I'd be like, please bust the puppet out all day.
And I believe that that's what happened, because I think that Teri should have been an integral part in this show, because like we mentioned last week, I think Teri would be down for the drama.
Yeah,
and I
agreed.
think she'd be willing to call out someone like a Nicole.
Yeah.
And we could have had a lot more spice maybe going into this season. But because they puppet saboteured her, she got kicked out early because Mel was like, I can't hang with the puppet anymore.
Exactly.
And so I think Teri should have been here longer, because I think she would have given us some solid ITMs, solid drama, but the puppet came in between her and Mel.
And I like Teri a lot, but was she that good at it?
At the puppet?
Yeah.
Now you're going to start
I'm not trying to be
an Insta beef.
I'm just more like,
Teri.
Like, was this kind of something that you kind of just funnily did every once in a while? Or was this like a thing you did? Because there was sometimes when the mouth was closed, but then like during the comedy one, her mouth was just like talking.
I know.
So I was a little bit like, oh, okay. Did they just hand you a puppet when you got to the mansion? They're like, you're puppet lady now?
Well, it said that she's been doing it since she's 9. I'm going to put Carl down.
Yeah,
okay?
I think.
My hand's getting a little sweaty. I'm going to put Carl down, and I'm putting him down. I'm putting you down.
Should we put him like here?
Gently. I'm going to put him down on the ground.
Okay.
Very gently. Just please acknowledge. Okay, I'll put you on my side table.
Yeah, maybe
very
that's
gently.
Please, I don't think if there's a cursed doll,
I'm not
I don't think you want to
attempting
throw him on the
to hurt
ground.
you, Carl. Here, gently on the table,
Gently on the table.
in a place of
this red mouth.
Okay. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's get
dive
into this.
But first, I did want to say, family, if you haven't heard, I'm sure you have, but the new season of Love is Blind is out, which obviously you know.
Love Island Temptation is Blind is out. It's like it really. Well, no, all of them start with love, so it definitely like you're like, wait, which one is it again? With the Bachelor of Love is Temptationally Blind
Island
on an island.
Love is Blind is out. And you know how we feel about Love is Blind. We love recapping Love is Blind. But here's the deal. If you listen to one of our episodes where we gave you some life updates numerous weeks ago, you kind of know our situation. If you didn't listen, go ahead and listen to that. But because of that, we're having mostly about 1 episode a week these days instead of the typical 2.
Yeah, comes and goes.
Comes and goes. But because we're having mostly 1 episode a week, we're going to be like cruising through with Golden Bachelor. We will do Love is Blind, but we will do it after.
Yes.
And please don't be upset.
Sorry.
We're really sorry. I know it's going to be like gone at that point, but you love.
You don't listen to us let's be honest. We're not the breaking news podcast.
It's not us.
We're the fun, having a good time.
We're always a little behind.
I'm always shocked by okay, let's try that again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always shocked by the amount of people that like listen. And let's try it again. I'm always shocked by the amount of people that listen and then like reach out and go like, I don't even watch the show.
Yeah,
I just listen and want to vibe with you guys. And so it's like, if that's the case too, then it's like, we're all just listening and having a good time together.
So you love when your mom and dad attempt to recap a Love is Blind season like a month after it's done. And everyone already has opinions and knows, but we're not spoiled. So then we like stumble through it and say ridiculous things that are wrong, or sometimes we're right, all these things. So anyway, we will get to it. And we will. I also too. I'm like we have a week in a couple weeks. We have a week where we're gonna have 2 episodes. But I'm like, I don't want to stuff 10 episodes of Love is Blind into one recap episode because I like to savor Love is Blind. I want to sit in it like a soup and really like get to know these people.
Gross.
And really get to know these people and really dissect it
100%.
instead of just doing a bunch. That's just personally for me. It just gets a little overwhelming and I want to sit in it like a soup. So we're
gonna do a soup podcast with that one.
So soup podcast ahead. So look forward to that in the upcoming weeks, okay?
Yeesh.
Okay. We love you and thank you for your flexibility, family.
Let's do it.
Let's get into the second episode of The Golden Bachelor with Mel Owens. Okay. So we're starting off. The ladies are in the mansion. We have, Peg's got a workout class. Teri's got her puppet Carly. I wrote the name down. It's Carly. Her puppet Carly is out. And we get a moment with Nicole and the ladies.
Yeah.
So they kind of approach her about like, hey,
is it cool not to be this way? Be the way you are?
Can you not be the way you are?
Can you not make out with him in front of us when you barely met him?
She was like, listen, ladies, we were half naked and I can't help this animal attraction that we have towards each other. And yes, we did make out. And so everyone's a little bit like, well, maybe take it a little easy. Yeah. I felt like the ladies were being
It was super cool.
Really sweet with her. And she was being receptive to the ladies in the sense that she wasn't being defensive. But what I did notice is she was non-apologetic. She was like, listen, gals, you know how it is. You're half naked in the pool. You're going to make out. So it is what it is. So the energy that I'm getting from Nicole is that we're not going to have at any moments Nicole stepping back and being like, oh my gosh, ladies, I'm very sorry about that. We hear her even in ITMs in this episode, make a comment about how, listen, I always set the patterns. I set the trends.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Soon
at the
these
end,
ladies will be following my lead.
It's like how it always is. They'll follow my lead. So that was an interesting kind of look into her psyche. But she doesn't say it sinister.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's not like she's not giving the like bang. It's kind of like, you know how it is. Like the ladies will be soon be following my lead. So I support her 100%, but I also support the other women 100%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, hey,
just be you.
Come in.
Be yourself.
How you want to come in.
Right.
Like if you want to come in hard and hot and heavy and go, I'm going to start making out with them. I'm going to like lock him in physically early so that he kind of knows what's up. I'm not going to fall in with the other women and I'm okay with that. But I also am not getting from her this like sinister, vibe where she's like, and I'm going to cut these other ladies down. I'm not getting that energy. I'm just getting that she's on her own path. We'll see. But so I'm a little bit like, I could understand how she could rub people wrong.
Of course.
But I'm also like, go for it. That's what this show's about.
Well,
the show's not about being like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry that I kissed him. I'm going to back off now. I don't know.
Right. No, I think the only thing...
Some people are here to make friends too, and maybe she's not as much.
The only thing that I had in my moment where I went, oh, was when she was making out with him that she said, let's get them jealous.
Yes.
And it did become about the women. So that's the only part where I might disagree with you a little bit, valid. Where I'm like, I don't know if it's just all... for like, hey, I'm having this wild attraction to Mel. It seemed to be focused around like, are the women watching? Because let's be real too. The fact of the matter is, we'll talk about it later. When they were on their date, she wasn't straddling him, making out with him nearly as much when the other ladies were around. So I'm wondering, and also,
listen, I'm not saying that she isn't the girl in high school that you should maybe be a little nervous with your boyfriend around. A little bit.
Sorry, Nicole.
You know what I mean?
You're gorgeous and,
she's extremely youthful energy.
Yes.
Like her energy is very young. It's giving like Freaky Friday young. Like when she's just talking and vibing, like all the other women feel like they're kind of mature. They're talking. There's a similar energy. There's a similar way they speak. They have like experience. They kind of have a calmness to them. Nicole has like a 25-year-old like, what's up? Oh my God, this is crazy. And you're kind of like, whoa, it's jarring when she talks because it just feels like, wait.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is giving Freaky Friday. Like she has a 20-year-old daughter and they've swapped bodies.
Because her energy is like really like.
And then she's like
a 20-something-year-old.
And she's like, shit, now I have to take my mom's place on the Golden Bachelor and date this old guy.
It has that vibe. and even when they were on their date, it's like she's kind of like just talking at him and just kind of and then he seemed way older.
Yes.
Because of her energy.
Yes. On the date, it definitely felt like an older man with a younger woman.
Like all the other women, when they were talking with Mel, it felt like, oh, okay, they're on the similar vibe and page. When Nicole was just like, so anyway, and here's my relationships, and he's just kind of like,
it's true.
Very good.
Now, the question is, we get a preview for next week where we hear Nicole say that she is really wanting to gain Instagram followers.
Now, this is where she's not youthful. Is not realizing that just like saying the plan in front of the camera. That is a very not aware thing to do. Just be like, oh, anyway, I come out here to be an influencer. Soundbite.
So the question is this for the camera? Is Nicole going to give us villain because she knows that she's going to get screen time and she wants screen time? And she's maybe not out here to start an influencing career as a woman of a certain age, talking about, you know, our self-love and feelings. Maybe she's like, I want to be a woman who's an influencer, who's like model, sexy, hot, check out this fit, bam, bam, bam. And so I'm going to come in here and be the villain, but damn, I look good. So you all are going to start following me for like the tips.
She's definitely like auditioning for something, auditioning for him even, but not in the love way. So now that she says, like in that clip, that's like she's influencer, like I see the trajectory 100%.
Yeah, and also 100%. Like, you know,
because she's like forcing chemistry too. She's like telling him, she's like, we have such great chemistry, and he's just kind of like, I think you're hot. Like I don't even barely know anything about you. Like
Nicole might be brilliant out here because let's be real, the audience might not love a villain. But when you've got a villain who's got great fits, great makeup, you know, hair coiffed,
you're going to get an audience.
The Instagram audience will be tuning in to be like, well, what does she wear?
Yeah.
And what does she say?
Right.
And they might not come at her with love, but they might be like, yeah, but where's that halter dress from though?
Yeah. Really interesting. I will say that she's also at the same time, not doing the sinister thing. So we'll see if this turns over time.
I think maybe she was coached.
Oh, interesting.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Maybe Chad, perhaps, to be villain.
Hint, hint, and then you say
it. But also then Chad would be like, don't say it on, you know, whatever.
Sure.
But I think she came in with that agenda, which also, here's the bottom line. You know how we feel. I'm always like, girl, get that bag.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that bag. So long as it doesn't interfere with someone else's heart and hurting someone else, I'm all about getting that bag. And honestly, in this case,
kind of always does.
I know, but you know what? Sorry, Mel. I want these women to be treated like queens. So I don't mind if she ends up with Mel and then maybe does.
I see what you're saying.
Like maybe it's maybe Nicole is gonna block someone else. Like a Cindy, perhaps,
maybe Nicole,
who's falling really, really hard. And I'm like, oh no, Cindy, protect your heart, okay?
Maybe Nicole and Mel are perfect for each other.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like maybe there's something perfect there.
I know.
Where it's like, he's just like, yeah, you seem my vibe. And she's like, cool. Use this all the way to the top, baby. Interesting. That's a turn of events now. You kind of turned my whole opinion on them.
And here's the deal, right? How long has it been since in this franchise we had a lead choose a quote-unquote villain, but in this circumstance, the audience doesn't love our lead because of what our lead said on the podcast.
Exactly.
So maybe our lead ends up choosing the person who is the quote-unquote villain in the season, and
the two quote-unquote villains ride off into the sunset together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something to think about.
Something to think, something to marinate on, something to chew on.
Okay, let's actually get more into this because we've just been vamping a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, but first, let's take a quick pause, family. So, this podcast is sponsored by Nurture Life, parents, caretakers, and hey, we're talking the Goldens. This is huge for grandparents too. I have a question for you all, and I'll pose it to you, Evan. Would you say life as a parent is nonstop busy?
It's chill. Nothing ever happens. Yes, it is nonstop. It is 24/7.
100%. Okay, 100%. Mealtime especially can be a real challenge, and life is already busy, busy, busy. And maybe on top of that, you have a kiddo who's a picky eater, but you want them to eat something nutritious. Or maybe like me, when my child was 2 years old, you're panicking because you are no chef and feeling really overwhelmed, but you want to feed your child something delicious and nutritious. Well, that is why I love Nurture Life. It's a meal delivery service that makes nutritious meals and snacks your kids actually want to eat while giving parents or grandparents the support we desperately need. The whole menu is perfect for kids ages 10 months to 10 years old, and everything is fresh, delicious, and fully cooked, ready to serve in just 1 minute. Yes, I said 1 minute, my friends. We got Ember her first Nurture Life meals when she was, like I said, about 2 years old, and she became obsessed with them. Okay. So she's happily gobbling up this food that's nutritious because it's delicious. And I would like cry in the kitchen because I was so grateful for Nurture Life. Okay. So thank you.
It's true. It's true. Nurture Life lets kids enjoy a healthy, nutritionally balanced diet while still eating their favorites. Mac and cheese, spaghetti and meatballs, chicken bites, you name it. That's why Nurture Life is the top meal delivery service for babies and kids. And it's even allergy friendly too. The meals come in refrigerated packaging straight to your door, and you can choose from over 50 varieties each week. It takes all the stress out of planning and prepping, and the kids are actually excited about what's on the table.
I'm telling you, go and check out their website and see what a great variety they have. Ember is obsessed with their mac and cheese, and guess what is hidden in that mac and cheese is butternut squash, which is a parent victory. Okay, it's amazing. Also, their smoothies are packed with goodness, and their Mighty Bites are delicious but full of superfoods, and everything's designed by registered dietitians, so I know she's eating food that's both healthy and tasty. It's just an absolute win. Okay, it's a parent victory. The kids are happy. They're getting fed nutritious food. It's so good. So head to nurturelife.com/momdad55 and use code MOMDAD55 for 55% off your first order plus free shipping. That's right, 55% off plus free shipping. Once again, that's nurturelife.com/momdad55, and make sure to use our promo code MOMDAD55. Even if you aren't a parent with young kids, you might have parent friends who struggle with mealtime. Make sure to share our code so our show gets the credit. Remember, put your little ones first with healthy meals from Nurture Life. Okay, before we talk about their group date, the other thing that we did get a moment of that we need to discuss is Cindy. Okay, so Cindy, we hear in the ITMs her say, "I am not okay with Mel trying to explore things with other women."
It's wrong.
So she says, "I'm not okay with Mel trying to explore things with other women. Just not okay with it." And so,
did you misspeak? I think I'm feeling really. And then she's like, "Yeah, I just like it's just really strange." It's just kind of like that's a really weird take on coming on here. Like, the whole thing is he's exploring 25 other women. You know what I mean? It's like it's literally the show.
I fear you're on the wrong show, Cindy.
If she's rattled this
sorry.
early, it's like episode 2 bawling multiple times. It's like this is gonna be bad. If she lasts to top 5. Bro, she's going to be melt city.
I'm really worried for her
she's had like one conversation with the guy and she's already crying. So
yeah,
it's like,
I'm really worried for her because at the very end of this episode, she was crying hard in the ITMs. And not only that, it was very much like her going up to Mel, whispering in the ear, "Do you like me as much as I like you?" Like, she'd be super worried about the fact that in being communicating with other people that she felt like Mel didn't like her as much as she liked him. But then when she would see Mel, she wouldn't communicate that with him. She would then just kind of melt into his arms and kind of let him get away or say whatever he wanted to. So I fear for her that it's one of those things where you're like, hey, you don't really know him. You got hearts in your eyes. You're kind of willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable position that you don't like the show because you're like, Mel, choose me. It's like, no. You don't know the guy yet. Okay. And don't let him be the prize that you're chasing after. Please, because you are worth more, my queen. And so the fact that she was already feeling this way, but then again, fact that she was just like, I'm not okay with this. But then she said too, she was like, I've been cheated on and I don't share men well. And I'm like, I get it, girl.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't go on this show. I wouldn't do well on The Bachelor if I liked The Bachelor.
Exactly.
I would be stressing.
And she's clearly liking him.
And so I'm like, babes, why are you here?
I always trip out about people coming on this show when they're like, I've been cheating on and this is really hard. I've been cheated on. This is really hard for me. I'm kind of like, this is
very triggering.
This is like, why are you here? Like, I get it. Probably there's the temptation of being on TV, but like, I always it's like you're literally going on a show that's like an open situation for everyone to explore, and then you're like triggered by it. It's just strange to me, but whatever.
Right. I mean, obviously, very different being cheated on versus consensually open.
Well, yeah.
Like
I'm
this
just talking
show
about,
is.
like, what
but
she's talking
the issue
about.
is like this is something that triggers you. You're not someone who. So you're saying you're not comfortable with sharing.
Yeah.
And then so you're not someone who's into a polyamorous or open situation because you don't want to share. On top of it, then you've been cheated on in your monogamous relationships. You're going to be triggered in this situation.
She's very sweet too. She seems so sweet. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's one of those things too that's like it just sounds fun, and then you get there and you're like, oh, this is not what I thought I could handle. I think it happens to a lot of people.
I've heard that that's a pretty common
so
feeling.
Much fun. And then you're like, oh.
I think the common feeling is I don't think I'm going to like the lead that much.
Right. And then you kind of get swept up. Whether you even like them or not, you're just swept up in it all.
You're swept up in the emotion. And the fact that she was crying a lot makes me think that Sweet Cindy's probably really tired.
Yeah.
And then they had that really great makeout. Mm-hmm. And now the tiredness and the makeout is feeling a little overwhelming, and it's just too much. And but babe, you got to get out of there. It's not for you, and we don't want you to hurt.
This early.
Okay. So then we have the group date, which is everybody except Debbie, because Debbie gets the one-on-one.
Yeah.
And it is a stand-up comedy roast of Mel. It is the roast of Mel, which made me laugh so hard because I was like, they refused to fire Mel after his comments on the podcast. So instead, they make him atone the first episode, and then on the second episode, make everybody roast him about what he said. And I'm like, how about we just didn't choose Mel? How about we just didn't go with Mel?
I wonder what it was about him.
Went
where
with
they just
somebody
like
else.
there had to have been so many other people like for this whole thing to be like where now the whole show's about what he said, right? It's like
I know.
So really over the top, all the jokes, and the first episode, the whole thing is apology tours, and now you could tell he's kind of not being himself too, like. It kind of reeks of like him being on edge and kind of like trying to make up for it. So the whole thing is like, I'm sorry. It's just, it's kind of messing with the dynamic.
Well, yeah, it's literally like you have a group of women who, like we talked about last week, who are now feeling like this man made us feel unworthy. So now it's almost like there's almost this energy of trying to prove, and we're like, no, we don't want that. Right. We don't want you ladies to try to prove because you're all queens and you all deserve to be here. But then you were stuck with the guy who said these things about you, who then apologized, but didn't even say why he said those things, just said, I shouldn't have said them. And now we're like, it's you're joking about it, but it still hurts because it still is a wound. And he still probably believes, and he still believes what he said because again, like we said, there was a 20-year age difference in the earlier. It's like,
I've been cured.
He's been cured.
But yes, but I will say, if you're going to do it, the comedy thing was great. What's his name? Who was the comedian again?
So Jared Freed showed up.
He did a great job when he showed up and he roasted him immediately, being like, he's not into you ladies because you're not young. Like his chops about that were very funny. And I felt like he went right for it.
He said, I'm 40, which is the age Mel wishes you were.
Exactly. That was great.
Fell out of my chair.
It was great.
And then later he's like, hey ladies, if the winner gets a date with Mel, but the loser, you can come on a date with me. I don't care if you're older. He does.
Exactly.
It was hilarious.
It was good.
Jared Freed is very funny, and he had a podcast called The Bachelor, and he hosted it with Kay York, by the way, who's everything. We need to get Kay on our podcast. She is like fashion goddess.
Amazing.
Hilarious. Great times. We got to get Kay on. She's like in the Bachelor scene too. Like I don't know. She's amazing. Anyway, side note. But I love that they brought him on, and the women did an amazing job.
They really did. Obviously, he probably helped write all those jokes, but like they did a great job.
You never know.
It was good. It was shockingly good. Not because they couldn't do it, but just generally there are some real duds. Whether it be, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to those assignments, there's usually like a clear standout, but everyone did a good job.
Hey, if you told me,
oh, dude, I couldn't do it.
That I have 30 minutes to write a roast about a guy that I met a day ago.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely I couldn't do it.
No, it was really good.
So either they got fed some of these lines, which for their sake, I hope that if they were struggling, they got fed some lines. But if they weren't fed those lines, I am so impressed, like beyond impressed, because they crushed. Now, Mel's sitting there, standing there,
Perma-smile.
whatever. Perma.
He had the CEO smile, just like they're like, sir, you're here today under criminal charges of fraud and theft. And he's just like, fantastic. It had that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, and that's what you just said, where you were like,
widest teeth in the world, by the way. It was like, like I could see them through like the sun. You notice that? It's like, so the perma smile hits even harder.
But it was like you said before, how it's almost like now because of what happened, we're not actually getting Mel.
Yeah, like I want to know the Mel that was crazy enough to say all that shit on the podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Right? So he was a loose cannon then. Now he's all Mr. just like buttoned up.
That's what I'm saying is my other concern for the women on this is that they're getting to know a guy who is really, really attempting to be a company man right now.
Yes, we're getting
and we're not getting the real version of him. And so I'm concerned, like, what does this look like? I wonder if after the fantasy suites, we're going to hear in the ITMs that the women were like, he's a little different.
Yeah, right. A little different guy. I thought. He's swinging from the rafters.
A little different.
But yeah. No, it'll be interesting over time if he kind of opens up.
But the women did a fantastic job. I was cracking up with Cheryl, who was like, I've never heard of a roast before. What do you mean? You have to be mean? She comes in, she's like, apparently a roast is when you take a human being and you cut them down at the knees. And I'm like, I don't think
that's it. Exactly. It feels more kind of like you kind of make fun of them.
I'm like,
she's kind of like, she kind of feels like, it's Ariel. Like you took her from the ocean and she's just like, what is this place?
Ariel.
Oh, sorry guys. I just for a moment, my brain like,
he's not a Disney guy.
but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm just, what? A whole new world. It's like, what's a roast? Apparently, it's when you take a human and you're mean to them. I've never even heard of this. A whole new
world is from Aladdin, okay?
Oh, sorry. God, you guys, this is so bad. But you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, she's like,
what is the song she
look
sings?
At this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Yeah, what's a fork and a thing?
Yeah, and it's a thingamabob. And it's like,
exactly. She has that kind of vibe. She's like, I've just been on a motorcycle my whole life. I've never took my helmet off. This is the first time I've seen the world.
What's a roast? You're mean to each other? I've never heard this in my life.
The only thing I roast is marshmallows. The world
But then she comes out
and just
and she's like,
him.
Apparently I'm supposed to cut him off at the knees. And she comes out and she's like, yeah, you look like you should be in a scooter or something. And it was really like, intense. And I was like,
kind of like when you don't know how to be like, it's kind of, you're just mean, you know what I mean? But just for mean's sake, well, you're an idiot. And you're like, okay, well, it's not really a roast. It's just being mean. But she's like, isn't that a roast?
She's like, you remind me of what she was said, a Detroit pancake or something, or a piece of pizza.
Yeah.
You're cheesy, square, and crusty.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn. Which I loved.
Yeah,
I love that
cute.
She came out and was just pretty brutal, but it was just so funny to go from, we're not mean, what's a roast? You will pay.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Yeah. Now I will say this, unfortunately for the ladies, Nicole killed it. And Nicole was going into this kind of at the top as well. She's done the makeout, she's done the thing, and the ladies are feeling a little insecure about it. They're a little on edge. They're kind of telling her to back off. She's not backing off. So you're hoping that she kind of fumbles this to kind of humanize her again.
Yeah.
And then she comes out and kills. And then the ladies are like even more rattled. And then she wins. And it's like,
She goes, I'm Mel, and here's my poem. Roses are red, violets are blue, but I want all the women to love me, especially you. Right. But can I check your IDs first?
Like she's like,
it was funny.
It was funny. She's like, yeah, exactly. And it's like,
and it's not something that offended him.
No, it was just kind of cheeky and fun, but it also was kind of like,
again, it wasn't about something that would bother him, because he's like, yes, I do like younger women. In fact, Nicole, you look like a younger woman. So let's do this thing. So ultimately, when he chooses a winner, he chooses Nicole, even though I thought, at least from what we saw, Monica B crushed.
I thought Monica B
so
was
hard.
the best, but again, Nicole played it perfectly because it wasn't too hard. It was kind of gentle and sweet, kind of made her seem charming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then like Amy just came up and was like, what am I doing here?
Oh, Amy just was like, what's going on? My back hurts and it's crazy out here. And then like then obviously he was just like, oh my God, this is like a call with my mom. So that was really funny because it was like such her personality. Didn't do a single comedic thing. She just started complaining about stuff.
And shout out to Carole. Girl, I see you, aka I don't see you, because Carole couldn't find her glasses. She couldn't find readers.
Yeah. That was funny when they did the version where they everything was fuzzy.
I was like, that's what I'm seeing. And she's asking the bartender, like, can I use your readers?
Yeah.
And so she can't even, Jared's going, look, she just wrote the word Mel down. Yeah. This poor woman can't see. Get this woman her goddamn readers. Somebody bring this woman some glasses. But she went up and she did a great job. She didn't have anything written down and she went up and she crushed. So shout out to Carole, okay? The stress of not being able to see what you're writing or see the subject you're roasting and not go up prepared, and she crushed. But Nicole did end up winning the Mel Award.
I know.
So they ended up going out on a one-on-one date night. And it made me laugh because she then in ITMs, Nicole immediately is like, listen, I want to ask him a lot of pointed questions. I want to hear about his ex. I want to hear why his marriage ended. I want to hear why he felt about it. And in the back of Mel's mind, he's like, I thought that I chose the makeout girl, not the questions girl. Why is she asking me all these things? Mel's like, I chose.
Like, yo.
He goes,
Why
chose.
Are you grilling me.
I chose pool makeout woman.
Yeah, I didn't choose like the interrogator. It was kind of random for her. I don't think. Well, she was all of a sudden just grilling him on it.
But that's why I'm saying I'm curious with Nicole because she seems to do her makeout humps with the women around.
Yeah.
But not when it's just her and Mel solo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's like, again, that's part of like the villain, like the her attempting to like make certain impressions on the camera. So it's like she's not actually that way.
Yeah.
So when she's with Mel, we're maybe getting more of a clear view of who Nicole is. Who Nicole's like, okay,
let's get down. I want to know. I want to learn about you.
I want to know what's the deal with your ex-wife and what's going on, and I actually want to know. But then with the women, it's then more of the what are we going to get caught on camera to get me more moments on TV to grow the Instagram, But it was interesting during the conversation, she asked about Mel's divorce. Yeah. And he mentioned that, his wife basically just sat him down and said, I'm leaving because she's young and she wanted to explore things. And then Nicole was kind of like, okay, well, did she sit you down and say that to you? Because I kind of did that. We heard her say that she kind of did that in her marriages. So I had a right away moment. I was like, okay.
Interesting.
He likes Nicole, but is now that going to flag something to him where he was like, I don't want a round two of, the same vibe with me and my ex. But then the way that he responded, and he was just like, she just cut it off. Family, I just would like to hear from the wife is all I'm saying. When he talks about this divorce, it's a lot of quick responses, and it was her. She cut it off, and I'm like,
yeah, they definitely don't have a vibe. You know what I mean? They're definitely not like hanging out.
But it's also
have bad
like
energy.
I want to know the story because I feel like we're getting
I'm
very
sure
much
there's more
one-sided.
Everything was amazing, and it just woke up one day and ended our whole.
And
like,
she just cut. There's a lot of one-sided conversation going on 100%. In this. So that was their date, and didn't do as much making out as I thought they were going to do. Yeah. Didn't do as much making out as I think Mel thought that they were going to do. Yeah. But Nicole then, like you said, had that young energy where she's just like,
just kind of talking at him.
We have chemistry.
Yeah.
And I think they do have physical chemistry, but I think
if you tell a guy that is attracted to you, we have chemistry, he'll just believe you. He's okay.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
True.
I think you can tell she has experience. Like she was kind of just giving these are not the droids you are looking for.
Yes, yes.
We have chemistry. Yes. He's like, oh.
So listen, perhaps our potential future villain and our villainous bachelor will end up working it out. Okay, let's move on to the one-on-one with Debbie.
Yeah.
But first, let's take one more quick pause. Listen, family, let's be real. We are recapping reality TV. It's fair to say I probably do a decent amount of TV watching or YouTube watching or scrolling. And if you're like me, you've probably seen a million ads for hair growth products and thought, sure, like that actually works. And honestly, I felt the same way. But then I heard numerous of my friends and family members that I trust talking about how amazing their Nutrafol hair results had been. So I was like, okay, obviously, you know all about my hair journeys and struggles. I'm like, I'm going to try Nutrafol out for myself. And Nutrafol is physician formulated, clinically tested, and dermatologist recommended. And I can tell you, after taking it for over a year from my own experience, I highly, highly recommend it as well. I am so glad that I started using Nutrafol. Since I started using Nutrafol, I'm like, my hair has grown so much. It's gotten thicker. I have way less shedding. It's shinier than it's ever been. And, you know, not to like tell you all to look at me on the YouTube, but if you look on the YouTube, you can see my results from Nutrafol in real time. Like, happening to my hair. I love Nutrafol so much.
Looks incredible.
Thank you.
Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people, and you can feel good about what you're putting into your body. Nutrafol supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies, and they are NSF Contents certified, which is the gold standard in third-party certification. Plus, they clinically test their final formulas, not just the ingredients, to track things like hair counts, texture, quality, and shedding. So when Jess says she's seeing the results, it's because Nutrafol is really built to deliver on that.
And the best part, adding Nutrafol into your daily routine is simple. No prescription needed, and you can order online. They've even made it super convenient with automated deliveries, free shipping, and up to 20% savings with a subscription. Plus, you'll get access to free one-on-one naturopathic doctor consults and a Headspace meditation membership. So, here is the offer. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code MOMDAD. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code MOMDAD. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code MOMDAD. Okay, next we have the one-on-one date with Debbie, and I love Debbie.
She's amazing.
Debbie's awesome.
Yeah.
She's just got this combination of like great positive energy and also so vulnerable and sweet. I don't know. She's just kind of serving everything to me. I really like her.
Total badass. Great. Yeah, she's got tons of energy in a great positive way. It's interesting. I do feel like there's this kind of like I've never been married before thing that like I almost feel like she feels like she has to kind of overcome almost with like on her own. Like she feels that way. Right.
Which is to me, you know, and I just want to shout out to Debbie.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because listen, in our society is fucked up and stupid and judges certain women of a certain age who haven't. Fuck that. You do it on your own timeline.
She's been a badass corporate like killer.
You do it on your own timeline. And by the way, if you never want to get married, if you never want to be a mother, that's amazing. You do what you want to do. And I feel like Debbie kind of has this pressure of like needing to have this conversation of like, but I haven't had that yet. Right. And I'm like, Debbie, you're a queen. You have been such a badass. You've been doing a million things and now you're ready for love. And that's amazing. Yeah. And I love that she, though, had that conversation later about not giving up on love.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, I never felt like even though I did these things alone, I didn't necessarily want to be alone.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to give up on it. And I think that's what this show's, I think, supposed to be about.
Yes.
Is that you're like, hey, just because I'm of a certain age doesn't mean that I can't have maybe my first real love story ever or my third real love story, whatever it is, like not to give up on that. I don't know.
She's inspiring.
She's amazing and I adore her and I want a really good guy for her. And so I'll leave it there.
We're going to leave it there.
I'll leave it there. I want a really good guy for her.
Yes. I know. That's how I feel. And I feel like she was kind of like Mel likes her, but I feel like, again, Mel's in that kind of like don't mess up mode where he's not giving a ton and then she's giving a ton. And you can tell she's feeling the pressure of like, this needs to work. And like, You know what I mean? And I'm like, I kind of want her to just kind of play it chill. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then she meets someone after the show because of the exposure of this show too. And so it's like I think we're going to find ourselves in that position a lot where we're like, this person's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, like maybe run away. I don't know.
What I felt personally watching this date, so they end up going to Petit Trois, by the way, which we love.
Yes.
Been there a couple times before. It's very, very nice. The food, unbelievable. Chef Ludo. We find out that Mel is somewhat of a chef.
I know.
He kind of does everything.
I know.
I know. You can say what you want about the guy, but like he's many skills.
Kills it. Yeah.
Many skills. And he really looked like he knew what he was doing in the kitchen, too. Mm-hmm. And he looked really hot in the white shirt and the apron. I was like, damn.
I know.
He looks real good.
I know.
So I get why the ladies are a bit in a tizzy, because I'd be like, oh, that's a very good-looking man who's taking control in the kitchen. Yes, chef.
Yeah. Yo.
Energy.
Sure one of your books have that in it.
Haven't read a chef one yet, but I'll add that to the list.
Okay, good.
Vampire chef, though. It's got to have a little bit of a fantasy twist.
The main ingredient is your blood. We will cook until we are dead. We will cook for eternity. The main ingredient is your soul.
Put your soul. You know, most people say, no, don't.
I like this. Yeah, I think what I'm getting from Mel in this, I felt like Mel was a little more himself with Debbie. I feel like he was giving her a little, because I feel as if Mel is giving everyone nothing right now.
Yeah, really hard to read.
He's giving nothing. Debbie, I felt like he gave a little bit, but you know what I noticed? He told her how attracted he was to her every time he complimented her. It wasn't a lot about who she is. It was a lot about like, well, and you're so beautiful. And you're beautiful. And you're, which of course, you know, you'd love to hear. Please, love a compliment that's telling me that I'm beautiful. But it felt like that was kind of the fixation. And I also can't get over the fact that she's the youngest one. She's 58.
Right.
She's the
only
one.
There's something about you that stands out.
I said in that podcast that I would do 40 to 60 and you, ABC producers, gave me women that were all over 60, except for Debbie. So is his stubbornness going to be like, yeah, I like the one who's under 60, like I said.
Like I said, but not like I said, but
because he kept talking about her energy and her beauty.
Exactly. Which she has both of.
Which she has both of in spades.
So it could be coincidence.
I just found that to be very interesting.
Yeah, agreed.
But I absolutely adore her. She seems like a doll. I absolutely adore her. And, you know, I do think that they have good chemistry.
I agree.
And like I said, I think he seems comfortable with her more so than some of the other women. At least, like I said, I think she's
very
giving a little bit.
Comfortable.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel comfortable just watching her on the screen. I'd be like, yeah, I'd like to be around this person. She seems really cool.
But he ends up giving her a rose. And then our next scene, or scenes in between that we have, is that there is a slumber party that occurs at the Bachelor Mansion.
Yes.
Susan and Kathy show up in pajamas. Our queens are back. My queen, Susan, has returned into our open arms. My God, I miss that woman.
I know.
I miss
Incredible
that woman
energy.
So much. And I also have to give a special shout out to Kathy. Think about the age of this woman.
The energy's off.
How much she's doing.
Yeah, she's in every episode.
She just got back from Bachelor in Paradise, made it to the end, films a reunion, films Golden Bachelor. She's bouncing around. She hosts their podcast.
She's got like a career now.
Well, beyond a career, when you're on set filming, you're there for like a short scene. You're there for so long. This woman,
she always brings it too. High energy. That can rub you the wrong way. It depends on the show, but man, she comes in rocking every time. And
she is like a shout out. This woman is working her ass off.
She comes in guns a-blazing every time.
Working her ass off. She must be exhausted.
Or maybe not. Maybe she's just that way. She's kind of got that eternal energy.
True. But I loved these scenes because they were so much fun. We had a moment where they played Never Have I Ever. And Cindy said, never have I ever had sex with my ex-husband after divorce. And Nicole says, I have both husbands.
Yeah. Oh, loved it.
Which, you know, when they said that, I was like, if If you and I were to ever get a divorce, we'd for sure have sex at some point after the divorce.
Very presumptuous.
We kept after you guys 100%. after we broke up, we hooked up like so many times.
I know.
While we were broken up, we hooked up so many times.
So watch out, her future guy, because I'm waiting.
They asked about the Mile. Nicole asked about the Mile High Club. Listen, she's out here. Nicole is out here trying to present a certain vibe for the Instagram following.
Yes.
And I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way. I'm saying that she's trying to serve, I think, a MILF-GILF situation. That's all. Got it. I don't know if she's a grandmother or not. So I just threw GILF out there, but I'm, I don't know. Anyway.
Possible.
They also bring them vibrators as gifts. Yes. And sweet Peg.
It's like, I thought it was a foot massager or something,
she's like, this is a vibrator? And I'm like, Peg, if you have not used one of these before, my gosh, I don't know how you survived for years in a firehouse surrounded by just so many men. Yeah. That was so cute.
I just thought it was that they were just thinking about our
massager.
Just muscles, our sore muscles from the day.
I like when they do that, when they have moments on Golden where they have conversations, open conversations about sexuality, because what I like this energy is that we're not doing then this whole like, ew, older people have sex. It's like, no, you remain a human being.
Or else you're going to be like Jeremy. Get away from me! These people should not experience life at all. Get them out of here! You're going to become Jeremy. So it's good they're having these conversations.
My favorite thing that happens is that you see sweet Susan sit with a couple of the women. Mm-hmm. And we hear her say to a few of them, like 1 or 2 or 3, you got to just put yourself out there, right? You got to just take the risk. You kiss him first. Put yourself out there. Show him how you feel. We saw her say that to maybe 2 people. Well, apparently she told every woman in the mansion the same exact piece of advice, which, Evan, that made me laugh so hard. The fact that she gave the same...
Well, hey, it's good advice is good advice. She's supposed to customize it? He doesn't know these people.
But I'm just obsessed because I wish I had footage of her.
That would have been a nice supercut.
Sitting down across and saying, and she's just such a doll. Yeah. Honey, what's going on? And then you gotta take a risk. Right. If you're interested in him, you kiss him next. Next time you have a moment, you pull him for a moment. She's just gonna create a Lord of the Flies moment with all these women. They're all just gonna be like, all right, here's my moment. Like, no. So then the cocktail party starts. Mel walks in. The women all jump up and literally form a physical line to kiss him. And I was crying laughing. And all of them
took the advice literally.
And all of them in their IDMs go, well, Susan told me I should kiss him.
That's too funny. Yeah, it was definitely like, instructions downloaded.
To have a physical line of people just kissing you is hilarious to me. It was a full kissing booth because Susan said you should do this. That's so funny.
It was very cute.
That is so funny. And so, he's obviously, I'm sure, very much enjoying all of these mouth kisses in a row. It's giving Love Island, except maybe inside he's a little bit like, too old, too old, too old. Maybe that's why he's giving quick smoochies and not really giving makeouts.
Like I usually,
because he gave Nicole a makeout, but he's doing quick smoochies.
Everybody gets a smooch. Oof. Yeah, interesting. He's like, it's not my type. What? He gives really forehead kisses.
Yeah, he's literally like, he goes, good night.
He grabs their head. Well, you should probably go to bed soon, right? Because you're so old. Did you take the shuttle here from the elder community?
Did you take your Metamucil before? So that you have a good bowel movement the next day?
Oh, bowel movement. Now that's old. Anyone who says bowel movement, that's old. I love that.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Sylv. Okay, then we had a moment with Carole and Mel, and we find out that Carole, and this is why, just again, another reason I love getting to know some of these older women
Yeah.
is that you really find out that not everybody is how they read right off the page. Because Carole, the first moment with Carole, she comes out with her nephew's Dodgers jacket on. She's giving CEO intense energy. Mel, I've seen all your games. Turns out Carole is a shy gal. Carole is a nervous,
I know, you did not see that coming.
Flustered, literally adorable. Like her in the ITMs doing this, adorable. I was rooting for her so hard. And so we find out that she's had one boyfriend and one husband, and she's only been on 2 dates in 5 years. So she's like, I don't really have a lot of experience. Yeah. And so I don't know how to pursue. Which while I was watching this, I was thinking about myself too. I'm like, I haven't dated a ton.
Yeah, but you'd kill it.
Thank you, but
I'd be more like her. I'd be more like, you're very beautiful. She's like, yeah, I know. Well, you're also very beautiful. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know if I think about it. If I were to go on a date and the pressure too of the cameras, like, what am I supposed to ask
cameras
this
are scary
person?
too if you're shy,
what am I supposed to ask them?
Yeah,
that's not weird. I would end up asking a very weird question.
Yeah. So Mel, I see. Can't help but see the teeth. So where do you get? I've been. Are you like picking your own teeth in his teeth?
Like I've been looking at my own reflection.
It's like, people have sunglasses on. When like you're sitting across from someone who has sunglasses and all you're doing is staring at yourself. By the way, as the person with sunglasses on, it's very funny to be talking to someone and then you realize they're staring at themselves in your glasses. There's kind of this like totally, and they're kind of like they start going like this.
That is really funny.
They kind of start like, doing a mirror face. And you're like, what are you? Oh, you're looking at yourself in my glasses.
That's
what she was doing to his teeth.
She was doing that to her teeth. She was getting his teeth. She was getting distracted. But Susan told Carole to go in and kiss him. So she's like, I got to pull him and then I got to kiss him. And she was struggling. But you know what? At first it was awkward and a little clunky. But she ends up, she picks up, she gets into it. They have some back and forth. Of course, she ends up bringing up sports, and that's what gets his flow moving. He's like, this I can talk about. And they end up like getting into a little bit of conversations about their background, and they end up having a kiss. And she goes, it's her first kiss that she's had in a really long time. And I think Carole's a cutie pie.
I think she is an absolute, what's the word? Precious moments doll almost. Like she's just, it's funny because it's like her outward kind of immediate energy is nothing like the Carole before, you get to know.
Where it's like,
she's kind of loud and kind of in your face, and you're kind of thinking, oh, she's going to be the loud in your face one. And then the second like crush starts to happen, she's just like, well, I don't know what to do. And she's just so cute.
Complex. I love a complex character.
She's a surprise.
She is a surprise.
In the best way.
Yeah. I
just like her a lot.
And then he ends up talking to numerous of the other women. I did want a quick note. Robin and him have a conversation where she's like, the goal tonight is to flirt with you. Apparently I'm supposed to touch you a lot. Yeah. Put my hair behind my ear. I went to classes for this. So I'm like, Robin has gone to flirting technique classes, which I live for, considering she's like, what did it say? She's a wealth management advisor and she owns a vineyard. So she's like high, powerful executive woman who's like, hey, I'm trying to figure out the math of dating.
I usually have assistants for this, but I can't do this.
So I want to go to a golden fedora type of guy.
Mystery. Remember that
guy? Who then will teach me how to flirt correctly. And I'm just saying, Robin, drop the name of the coach or...
You could do that. You could be a flirt coach.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
100% you could be a flirt coach. 1,000%. You would be amazing at that.
I will say...
No, we don't need a whole thing about it. Just take my compliment as enough.
I will say, though, I would enjoy doing something like that simply because...
It's like the fashion version. It's like you did you help people dress.
Right.
It's like helping people flirt.
I would love to do something like that because I do love flirting, but not in the way of teaching flirting techniques to try to get someone to like you. I say ugh to that because you are enough who you are, and I think the right person loves you for you, not you having to like play a game. I like flirting techniques simply for the idea that you can do certain things to build up your own confidence, and you can walk into a room and feel really powerful and confident in your own self. You know, not like, I'm going to teach someone to flirt to get them to like you. It's like, no. Here are the techniques where you're like, oh, I'm aware of that I am an amazing person, and it zaps your confidence by like
flirt with the world kind of energy.
Flirt with the world, bitch.
Not try because the mystery thing is like how to get a girl.
No,
this is more like how to have energy that's just attractive.
Yeah, just have like sensual energy for yourself coursing through your veins all of the time.
I can see you doing that 100%.
I love something like that.
Call it flirt with the world.
Flirt with the world is everything. Somebody write it down. TM.
Just wrote it down.
Thank you. Okay. Before the rose ceremony, there was one quick conversation to mention, Cindy and Mel. So Cindy, who we talked about earlier, she ended up having a conversation with Kathy. And Kathy she was the only one that didn't talk to Susan. And Kathy did give her good advice about being present. And instead of her spiraling about, does Mel like me as much? He's talking to the other women. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't be here. Kathy was like, just try to be present in the moment and enjoy the moment that you're in. And I think Kathy has done a really great job of that in this franchise.
Yeah, agreed.
Instead of it being like, I'm obsessing over, if I'm going to get the guy, it's like, what moment can I get on camera? What moment is going to build my Instagram following? What moment is going to make me friends? What moment is going to help me enjoy this, game or whatever that we're doing? So I think that's a great tip from her. And he was like, yeah, one life and it should be fun. And I want to say that I think that smells energy overall. And for a way for a woman in this season to be successful is to look at Mel and think, this man said, I prefer physical touch over emotional connection and passion over loyalty. He's here for a good time.
Yes.
Mel is not here to meet you and fall deeply in love with you and be the love of your life. Mel is here to have fun. And if you're the woman who's down to have fun and be in a relationship, but it still almost feels a little casual because you guys just like party together, then you're the woman for Mel.
I agree.
And if you're young.
And also you have to be young. So, yeah. And maybe that's why the Nicole kind of works. You know what I mean? Like,
Now, the only thing, then we were saying this about Nicole, but then I keep going back to the fact that then when she sat down with him, she had all those questions. So I'm like, are we getting, who is the real Nicole? Is Nicole all of it? Is Nicole influencer and actually wants to know all the questions and wants to be like, let's make the women jealous and make out a ton?
Are we all Nicole? Sorry, the way you were doing that, I just had to do that.
Anywho, there was a moment in the Mel and Cindy conversation that I did have to mention that she asks what he reads. And he says, I typically read nonfiction. And I thought, oh God, here we go. Sure. He's going to say something about, some business book series.
The Wall Street Journal.
That I don't care about. But then he said he's just finishing up a 4-volume series on Picasso. And I said, say what?
That was very shocking.
That took me by surprise.
I went, wait a second now. Picasso's an artist. How are you supposed to read the art? What do you mean? You're reading the paintings? What the hell? That's a lot of Picasso, by the way.
It's a lot of Picasso.
4 parts?
4-part. And I go, this is crazy because it's not what I imagined with Mel. He's football, attorney. You're reading about
if it's one of those things that like it just took you 10 years and but
even just reading it in general, you're reading about an artist's life. And then I remembered. Picasso.
Johnny Picasso, famous F1 racer.
No. But good guess. Picasso. A wild age gap. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Yeah, so he's like, that's where I got my inspo. He's like, I learned Picasso has a book. Actually, it's not about Picasso. He put out how to get young women in these times.
No, I don't remember tons about it. So, I don't remember if it was what exactly went down, but I do remember, and I confirmed quickly that it was like it's a big age gap.
Got it. Yeah, so that's what the whole book's about.
So I'm just saying that it gave me a giggle that I was like, whoa, Picasso, really? Then I'm like, oh, is this more of like you're just there's something there that you resonate with Picasso.
That's so funny.
Okay, on to the rose ceremony. So Debbie and Nicole already have roses. We find out that 4 women are going home, and I'm like, is this season going to be super short?
Yeah, it was kind of
because
multiple. Last episode there was 2. It was like,
we're walking away, going into episode 3 with like 7 women.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's kind of crazy.
I know.
But the first rose then goes to Cindy, Peg, Roxanne, Jerry, Cheryl, Robin, and Carole gets the final rose. And going home, Amy, Monica P, Monica B, and in remembrance of Teri, I'm going to bust out Carl the puppet, and Teri has left us. And that was pure sabotage by producers by making her do so much puppet work. And we then get a preview for next week. Some one-on-ones, some wedding dress photo dates that might cause some drama. Some Cindy asking, do you like me as much as I like you? So we can tell that this is continuing. Yeah. This energy is continuing on, which
really
I worry for her.
Really hard not to look at the puppet while you're talking. And he's like moving around and reacting to what you're saying. It's really good. You're doing a really good job of it. He's just staring at you. Yeah. Okay, sorry, continue.
And then we see that someone is here for the wrong reasons, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys are doing a lot of puppet work. I'm gonna put the puppet down.
I love it. I mean, it's
very
fantastic.
distracting. But Robin tells Mel that someone's here for the wrong reasons, and then we see the moment where Nicole's like, I want to be an influencer.
Do not mince words here. I'm here to become an influencer.
And I'm really excited for next week because from what I recall, we have not had so far a golden moment that's a wrong reasons moment.
Yeah.
We haven't had a golden wrong reasons yet. Yeah. Which is very exciting. I mean,
Nicole's perfect for it.
She's perfect for it.
She's perfect for it. Like
perfect for it.
Oh, it's interesting. I just love that she just outed herself in the purest way, like having no idea that that's like a problem. Maybe she just assumed everyone else is in the same boat or something. I don't know. It's like super interesting to be like, yeah, I'm here for influencing. It's fantastic.
Or maybe she didn't know she was being filmed. It did look like it was kind of an around the corner
it's like they were
moment.
Eating dinner kind of in between major scenes or something.
They're always watching.
Wow. Well, this will be interesting.
We shall see. I can't wait.
I don't think he would care.
I think it will bother him for a minute. I think his ego will be bruised for a minute thinking that she's not there for him. But one hallway makeout, he's fine.
Yeah, he'll get over that.
One hallway makeout, he'll be fine.
I agree. It'll be a moment, but it'll move on very quickly. It's not going to be a rattler like it is in the normal Bachelor.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so. But who knows?
All right, we'll see.
All right, family, tune in next week for our next recap, episode 3 of The Golden Bachelor. We shall see if my golden curse continues or my puppet curse continues.
Please, God, no.
Please, God, no. But you know what?
Here.
It's content.
You just come in next week.
It's information.
Both your ankles are up. Every week, at some point, you're just in a full body cast, and all you can see is your eyes.
And I'm like, I will keep recapping this show. All right,
love you all.
Bye.
Bye.